So I actually quit my job as a lawyer to pursue my dream of being a comedian. And now that I'm living my dream, I dream of getting a job. All of you with jobs, you get hit by a car, you have health insurance. I get hit by a car, I have to die. When I went to the doctor the other day, the nurse asked me, what insurance do you use? Blue Cross? I was like, oh no, fingers crossed. I grew up in Singapore. When my sis came along, mom couldn't handle raising the both of us, so she got my neighbors to take care of me, and my neighbors are Indian. So I grew up very Indian. I had a bindi on my forehead. I ate food with my hands. And my sis and I played make-believe. She'd be like, I'm a princess in a castle. I would be like, I'm project manager at Google. My Indian family is Hindu, parents are Catholic. So I had to choose between two religions. I actually think Hinduism is better, because if you're Catholic, we have 1 billion Catholics, one God answering all our prayers. But if you're Hindu, you have 33 million gods. Way better coverage. And every god has an expertise, so you can talk to a specialist without a referral. So being Hindu is like having Blue Cross Platinum. And being Catholic is like having one doctor, Joe Rogan. Boo, are we Joe Rogan fans? Is that? No, the opposite. Okay, that's why it's funny, you know? Well, you know, I figured out this is why Asian parents like their kids become doctors or lawyers. Any Asians here? Are you Asian? Yes. Do you give your parents money once you started working? No? Bad Asian. So I got very fat when I was in Singapore. Obese actually, but Asian obese, so 120. Then I found this overnight weight loss miracle called Move to America. The moment I got off the plane, I looked around me, I was like, oh my god, me so skinny. I was recently on the plane. There was a really hot guy sitting next to me on the plane. I wanted to flirt with him, but I couldn't take off my mask, so I just took off my shirt. And then he looked at my tits and he was like, little boy, where's your mom? Okay, you can stop laughing now. So my country, Singapore, after we gained independence from the British, we were a struggling nation. In order to survive, we formed a union with a larger, more powerful country, Malaysia. But then Malaysia broke up with us, just kicked us out of the union. When my prime minister went on TV to announce that Malaysia had dumped us, he cried because he thought we were not going to survive as a country without Malaysia. But then, 40 years later, Singapore became a first world country. Crazy rich Asians? That's us. And Malaysia is still a developing country. Aww. Screw you, Malaysia. Isn't that the best breakup revenge? Now Malaysia's trying to come around like, hey, Singapore, you're looking good lah. We're like, I know. Have you been checking me out online? Of course not. I don't have internet. Any Malaysians here tonight? Of course not. Their airplanes can't fly. Oh, what, not funny? That's okay. Some jokes don't land. So when I first came to America, I tried to study the American accent. So I studied British English, and some words we say are just different. For example, in Singapore, we call it France. Americans, y'all call it? France, yeah. We call it Iran. You call it? Iran. We call it Pakistan. You call it? India. This is why I love making fun of Americans. You have a good sense of humor. You can laugh at yourselves, huh? You're like, oh yeah, we dumb, but we happy. And then my first time hooked up with an American guy, so weird because he kept asking me questions in bed like, who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? I was like, Anthony Chia. Why do you need to know my dad's name? Then my American friend started explaining to me, oh my God, Jocelyn, you're so silly. The answer is supposed to be it's him. I was like, oh, you guys are messed up. But the next time we hooked up, I was prepared. And I'm a straight A student. When I know the answer, I'm eager to give it. So before he could ask me, I answered him, you're the father, you're the father. But I realized now the whole woke culture, gender is a spectrum, what's your pronoun? Now guys don't say, who's your daddy? Now they're like, who's your non-binary authority figure? I'm like, they are. And then my pet peeve is when a guy tries to use the pull-out method. Right, ladies? Can I pull out? Come on, let me pull out. I'm like, hey, I'll trust you to stop having fun in the nick of time. If you trust me with your credit card at Gucci, I'll be at Gucci, putting your credit card into the slot. Don't worry, just a chip. I'm really glad we're doing this, man. All ladies recording tonight. Because comedy is very male-dominated. I think that's why the words we use as comedians tends to be very aggressive. When a comedian does well in a show, you know what we say? I killed. I murdered. I destroyed. I'm like, wow, that's too violent for me. When I do run a show, I don't say I murdered. I'm a lady. I say I aborted. I love how the girls laugh and the guys are like, oh, can I laugh at this? It's your choice. Thank you so much. I'm Jocelyn Chia. Thank you so much, everybody.